Well, hello, it's Rochelle. Today I'm working in my Dina Wakley Mixed Media Journal, which has this Hessian page, which I absolutely love. I'm applying gesso with a brayer just to the top so that when I put the paint on, it won't crumb off when it dries, so it sticks because of the gesso. I'm using a printable by Ella Roots. And it is an I Am Loved printable, I believe the name is. I'm not exactly sure. I will double check. And then I'm just mixing some colors because the roses in her hair is this beautiful, like off yellow, orange type color, and this peachy pink color. So just mixing some yellow and white with the red to get that rose. And then I'm literally just doing circles, using the printable there with me to as a template, just to see, you know, how she did the circles with these flowers. So they're meant to be roses. If mine does not look like roses in the end, it's still mine and I love it. So just doing the few circles, making sure the acrylic paint is covering the Hessian in that spot. I'm using circular motions just to give it that illusion of the round petals of the rose. I added a bit of brown there to just bring it out. You can also take the back of your brush and scribble those circles into the acrylic paint, lifting it with that then, which then will give you the lines to a degree. I'm taking the dark green and just doing the flowers, the leaves to these flowers. Leaving a little space in the middle where I'm going to go in with the lighter green and eventually some white, just to give it a 3D effect and not just a two-dimensional leaf. The brushes I'm using is also the Faber-Castell brushes. They have a little grip. They are my messy brushes, so I use them for everything acrylic. They're not very special and I don't feel very sorry for them. They do the job very, very well. And so you'll see my green one that I used to put gesso on in other videos is broken and already very frayed. So I'm bringing in the lighter color to give it that dimension. I apologize, it seems I've forgotten to switch off my sound for any other notifications. So here you'll see me literally use the back of my brush, dipping it into the white acrylic paint there to apply that white more as a drawn line than a painted line. So I love that peachy pink color, and there actually is on this printable a background like this. Because I didn't have clear sticker paper, I decided to mix that color and just add it in the same fashion as that one is printed, making it a little bit my own and then making it look blended into the page and not just stuck on. You obviously are more than welcome to just cut it out and stick it on. It's up to you. And then adhering the girl with gel medium. I use acrylic gel medium because it's more forgiving, and once it's dry it is stuck down. It doesn't move. So I loved the wording on this printable. Again, hello Grace. And so I just decided to use my black acrylic paint and paint it from the template. I used Ella Roots' printable as a template to letter out I Am Loved. And the trick to making it look more lettered or brush lettered is by pressing down hard on your down strokes and lifting up on your upstrokes. As you see, nowhere near perfect. I kind of love that about this. So here I'm using a very, very thin brush, which I used before with masking fluid. So the brush is ruined. So it's actually a very hard tip. So I'm using it with the black acrylic paint to make it look like my outlines. And you'll see that it doesn't show as well on the dark green. And so I'm just using it on the flowers predominantly. I'm just making little C shapes to make it look like petals. And you can see the process. It really is just making little C shapes, left and right side, alternatively to get that right. I've got a white paint marker, permanent paint marker, which I found worked very well over this acrylic, so it's giving the highlights on those roses a bit better. This process really is playing until you get it right. Play, enjoy it, learn. This is my first attempt at these, so I learned. Taking the white gel pen just on the sides of these letters to highlight them a bit and make them stand out from the page a bit more. That is about that for the page. I do want to date it so that I can remember when I did it and what my process was. And then to remember that God says He loves you. You are loved. Hit like and subscribe and see you soon.